Hey y'all, in this video I am going to run us through a few different ways to warm up the shoulders regardless of what kind of movement you are going to get into. Whether that's prepping the shoulders for working with the steel mace, whether that's for climbing or dancing or weightlifting, anything else, this is a couple great exercises for warming up the rotator cuffs and creating strength in those internal rotational muscles. Let's get into it. So we'll be working with a steel mace if you have one. If you don't have one, you can also do these same exercises with some sort of a wooden dowel, though it might not be the same sort of intensity because it doesn't have a weight on the top, but you can still utilize that, or even a broomstick would work. You can still get the idea of these movements with those sort of tools. So first off, we'll bring our object to right in the center of our body. As we're here, let's draw the shoulder blades together. So you can just follow along with me in this video. Let's slowly begin to externally rotate the shoulder nice and slow, looking towards the globe or the top of your stick. And then we'll slowly draw it back to center. Nice and slow, we'll just be going back and forth, opening up the shoulder and slowly closing it. So we're slowly following the top of the mace or stick with our eyes so that we're getting an opening in the front of the chest. And you'll notice, especially if you're weighted here, even with this slow movement, you're starting to build up heat in that shoulder girdle. Nice. From here, let's pause and bring that mace over to one side. Now, like we have a backpack on, let's slowly tip that mace into our backpack right behind us, gripping it with the other hand, and then slowly, or a little bit more fast, bringing it back out to the side. So we're going side to side, trying to stay in this horizontal plane, and just trusting you're not going to hit your head. I know the first few times are a little bit scary, bringing this weight right close to the back of the skull. But this just requires mindfulness as we are moving. We'll start to integrate our breath. So we'll inhale, exhaling sharply as we bring it on out. We can do a few more. So if we're working on starting to strengthen the shoulders and be able to hold our shoulder blades into position, this is the start of some great work for the shoulders to realign them. All right, now we'll bring the mace or stick into one hand into order position. So here our wrist is in line with our elbow, elbow is in at the ribs. Let's lift that mace up and over our shoulder, elbow tracks straight towards the sky. We'll exhale, bringing it back to center. Let's do a few more. Couple things to note is not letting the mace just knock down. We have control the whole way through. I don't relax and just let the mace chill. I still have tension at my end point range. So tip, 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 bringing it back. So there's a lot of work in the tricep with this movement. Nice. Let's switch sides. Same thing. Tipping, elbow tracks straight forward. Try not to let the elbow spray out to the sides. Spray out to the sides. And last tip is as we're bringing the mace back down by our sides, we're trying to keep the bottom of it right down towards the floor. So like you're plugging it into the ground. Awesome. Let's do one more. Great. All right. Next one is we've already done this movement as we bring it into our backpack. So we'll begin to combine those two movements. So let's bring the elbow forward, tipping mace behind us, then rotating elbow out to the side as we flick it on out to this modified side flag. Again, we'll tip it right behind the head, bringing it forward, and we'll go back and forth. Yep, just being mindful of where we direct that mace, using your breath, and switching sides. So at first, this might be a little bit wobbly. You might also notice that on one side, it's more wobbly than the other, and this is just showing different compensations, which is totally normal. You'll begin to slowly decrease the imbalances by starting to train these movement patterns super mindfully and with control, tracking the pathway of movement. Awesome. Great work. So hopefully those shoulders are nice and warm. We can let that go. I hope this movement was helpful for you. Leave a comment down below if that felt awkward or felt good or any other questions you have. There's also a link to my online course that integrates the steel mace and yoga, movement, meditation, and so much more if you're interested in checking more of that out. All right. I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.